In a stable democracy, we rarely think about how the machinery works. We elect representatives, we delegate authority, and we trust a complex constitutional architecture to handle the day-to-day decisions of running a state. It is an elegant, practical model. No single citizen has the time or expertise to analyze every tax bracket, trade agreement, or infrastructure project. So, we outsource, we delegate, and under ordinary circumstances, the system of delegation is highly stable. It provides three core benefits: continuity, expert management, and structural accountability. But modern societies are not simple. They are hyper-complex systems. To govern them, we have built highly intricate legal frameworks, where local laws are tightly woven together with supranational obligations, treaties, and constitutional precedents. When citizens vote to approve or join these frameworks, they grant broad, abstract consent. But here lies the fundamental problem of democratic foresight. Citizens are consenting to an architectural blueprint without the capacity to foresee how that building will perform in a once-in-a-century storm. Then, the crisis hits. An extraordinary event occurs, forcing a highly abstract legal clause to be applied to a high-stakes, concrete reality. Suddenly, the technical wording is no longer just for lawyers. It dictates the economic survival, safety, or fundamental identity of the political community. Here is where the system experiences a critical failure of consensus. Multiple, mutually exclusive interpretations of the law emerge. Top legal scholars openly disagree. Both sides present logically consistent arguments based on the same constitutional text. But the choice between interpretation A and interpretation B isn't just academic. It leads to radically different political futures. At this exact juncture, the system bifurcates. We are forced to choose between two competing models of political legitimacy. Let us construct and compare these two competing models to understand where their legitimacy comes from, what they assume, and where they break down. Model A is the traditional representative model. It argues that the authority to resolve this crisis was already settled years ago. When citizens voted, they didn't just vote for immediate policies. They delegated the right to handle future, unforeseen crises to established institutions. The core assumption here is that courts and parliaments possess the technical competence and systemic perspective necessary to navigate deep uncertainty. Under this model, going back to the public during a crisis is seen as a dangerous abdication of institutional duty. Model B, on the other hand, is the direct democratic model. It challenges the very validity of delegation under conditions of deep uncertainty. It argues that a citizen cannot legitimately delegate authority over a choice they could not possibly have foreseen. When an abstract constitutional clause suddenly mutates into a defining existential choice, the original contract of delegation expires. Because the public must ultimately live with the consequences of the decision, Model B argues that the final word must return directly to the political community. So, who should have the final word? This debate is often oversimplified as a contest of competence. Are politicians smarter than the public, or is the public wiser than politicians? But history shows that both assumptions are flawed. Governments have made catastrophic, short-sighted blunders, just as populations have occasionally voted for self-destructive paths. The true question is not about competence, it is about sovereignty. Under conditions of profound uncertainty, when no one can reliably predict the correct technical outcome, the debate shifts from who knows better to who has the right to decide. Resolving this tension does not require us to abandon representative democracy. It does not require endless referendums or the constant rewriting of our laws. Instead, it demands a narrow, elegant principle. When a highly complex legal order produces an extraordinary case where multiple paths are legally plausible and the stakes are monumentally high, democratic legitimacy requires a temporary pause in delegation. It demands a direct, explicit renewal of public authorization. Ultimately, under conditions of fundamental uncertainty, the most democratic answer is also the most honest one. The people who must bear the consequences of the decision must be the ones who hold the power to make it. If you found this analysis compelling, hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. In a moment of deep national crisis, who do you think should have the final word? Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.